What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. My name is Travell the Critic, and today, back with another episode of Game of Thrones. Now, this is Season 6, Episode 7, on the downward spiral of this season. The season's been pretty damn good so far, and hopefully we'll get more surprises, more twists, more surprising deaths later on down the line. So, I'm very interested to see, where the season goes. Obviously, this is going to be the last season before season 7, and then I'm caught up with y'all. But anyway, let's get into the video. So this is season 6, episode 7. Let's go. Oh, that's Ian McShane. Yeah, he's a big time actor. I've seen him on a lot of TV shows and movies. Wow, that's crazy. Looks like they're building some kind of structure, housing structure, possibly. I don't know. Man, my eye. It's the Hound! He's alive! Oh! I still can't believe he survived. After all that. He fell off the damn cliff, got stabbed multiple times, and survived. The Hound is a beast. I really thought they were just gonna... I really thought he was dead. Or just left out of the story. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe he was right. I don't know much about the gods.
You're on the wrong line of work.
Oh, there's plenty of pious sons of bitches who think they know the word of God or gods. I don't. I don't even know their real names. And maybe it is the seven. Or maybe it's the old gods. Or maybe it's the Lord of Light. Or maybe they're all the same fucking thing. I don't know.
That's a good point.
What matters, I believe, is that there's something greater than us. And whatever it is, it's got plans for Sandor Clegane.
Interesting.
Only patience. The king must have an heir if we are to continue our good work.
Oh, damn. He wants to manipulate the next line.
Sometimes the true path is hard to find.
The Queen of Thorns is a remarkable woman, a strong woman, and an unrepentant sinner. You must teach her the new way, as she taught you the old. Or I fear for her safety, body and soul.
The hell does that mean? Or I fear for her safety. That's a threat?
But you should leave, Grandmother. Your place is at home.
I will never leave you. Never.
You must.
Oh, she giving her a message.
Go home.
There you go. She's
Find
giving you a
comfort in
message.
prayer and good works.
She's trying to send you something. Oh, does that symbolize I'm with you? I'm with you to the end. Family first.
Because he spoke for the free folk, where no other southerners would.
He died for us. If we are not willing to do the same for him,
Wow.
we're cowards.
And if that's what we are.
We deserve to be the last of the free folk.
Okay, Tormund, I see you, cuh. Oh, what's he finna say?
No.
Snow? That means he supports him. He's like, yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
I heard you were leaving King's Landing.
That is hardly your concern.
Your grandson is still a prisoner. You'll leave him rotting in a cell.
Loras rots in a cell because of you. The High Sparrow rules this city because of you. Our two ancient houses face collapse because of you and your stupidity.
Dang.
Right. I made a terrible mistake. I carry it with me every single day.
Good.
I delivered an army of fanatics onto our doorstep.
Yeah, you did.
I wonder if you're the worst person I've ever met. At a certain age, it's hard to recall. But the truly vile do stand out through the years.
Wow.
Do you remember the way you smirked at me when my grandson and granddaughter were dragged off to their cells?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget it.
Wow.
Granddaughter.
You promised me a lordship and a castle and a highborn beauty for a wife.
And you'll get all three.
He still didn't give him that?
Don't say it. Don't fucking say it.
A Lannister always pays his debts. Oh, he doesn't want to hear about that. Is he really not finna say nothing?
Go on then. Cut his throat.
Damn. Savage, don't give a damn. Is he gonna cut his throat? Oh my gosh, I bet he was sweating it like...
Bear Island knows no king but the King of the North, whose name is Stark.
But he ain't Stark. He ain't Stark, bro. Sorry.
Robb is gone, but House Stark is not. And it needs your support now more than ever.
As far as I understand, you're a Snow, and Lady Sandra is a Bolton. Who's she Lannister? I've heard conflicting reports.
Ooh.
I did what I
the
had
disrespect.
to survive, my lady.
The disrespect.
I will always be a Stark.
Your uncle, Lord Commander Mormont, made that man his steward. He chose Jon to be his successor because he knew he had the courage to do what was right.
Yep.
Even if it meant giving his life. Because Geo Mormont and Jon Snow both understood that the real war isn't between a few squabbling houses. It's between the living and the dead.
House Mormont has kept faith with House Stark for 1,000 years. We will not break faith today.
Thank the Lord. How many people they got? Probably a lot, right? Probably, I don't know.
62.
62?
62.
We are not a large house, but we're a proud one.
Oh, God.
And every man from Bear Island fights for the strength of 10 mainlanders.
Okay.
If they're half as ferocious as their lady, the Boltons are doomed.
62 men? That's not gonna do anything. They got like 5,000.
We'll breach them and kill every last one of you. But if you surrender, I'll spare the lives of your men. On my honor.
Your honor.
Yeah,
bargaining with oathbreakers is like building on quicksand.
The war is over, sir.
That's a good point. Good point.
Sacrifice living men to a lost cause.
So you can either attack or try to starve us out. We have enough provisions for 2 years. Do you have 2 years?
No. They don't have 2 years to wait. They are not finna wait 2 years to wait for these people to leave the damn castle.
You
There's no
clearly
way.
have no intention of saving your men's lives. Why did you come treat with me?
Sieges are dull. And I wanted to see you in person, get the measure of you.
Well, now you have.
Now I have. I'm disappointed.
Oh my gosh, the disrespect, the shade, so much shade.
And where was King Robb when the Ironborn attacked this castle? When they threw my wife and children in prison and brutalized and killed our subjects? Taking up with a foreign whore, getting himself and those who followed him killed.
Yeah, Rob, you done messed up for everybody. You're a good character, but you messed up, bro.
I served House Stark once, but House Stark is dead.
Obviously not. They're standing right there, sir. Like, are you blind? Sansa Stark's right there. Jon Snow, he's not a Stark, but he's right there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, sir.
Are you with me?
Say you with her, please, Theon.
Are you really with me?
Come on, Theon. There you go. There you go. What is dead may never die. What's this creepy old lady? Who is that? God! She got her a good 3 times. I don't think. Wait. There's no way Arya dies like that. There's no way. I'm not believing it. And of course everybody's gonna stare. Nobody gonna help. Like, all right. Oh no. Oh man, they killed all these innocent people. Oh man. I bet you they killed his friend Ian McShane too. Oh yeah, he's going ham. He's going ham. He said, "Give me my Thor hammer and let me go to work." All right, y'all. So that was episode 7, and it looks like the Brotherhood Without Banners literally came through, destroyed that entire camp. Everybody's dead. Ian McShane's character is dead. And the Hound is back for revenge. Personally, I didn't think that they were going to bring the Hound back because personally, to fit the narrative, right? Like you have Arya Stark back in season 4 or whatever that was. She said she was going to leave him for dead, right? She left him for dead, and then we didn't see the Hound anymore. We didn't see him anymore. I thought he was just gone for the story. Even if he survived, right? I thought it would have made more sense to just leave him out the story, but there's got to be a reason why they brought him back for this specific reason, because they're bringing the Hound back to do this revenge storyline. And honestly, I love to see it because I love the actor. It's a very complex character as well. I mean, we didn't get to see, you know, Sandor Clegane in the story anymore, but now that he's back in the story, it'll be very interesting what they do with his character, because he's kind of like the guy that's not going to fight for a house. He's not going to be like committed to fighting a war, but I do see him doing something in terms of revenge, because these people, he was probably around these people for a good long time. I don't know if he cared about them or not. He didn't really spend a lot of time with them, but he did care about Ian McShane's character. He did care about that guy, and which is pretty much, I don't know if he was the leader or if he was like a pastor or something, but yeah, it looks like they couldn't afford Ian McShane for more than one episode, or maybe he just wanted a cameo or something. But I really liked, you know, pretty much Theon and Yara and Bravos and whatnot. Obviously, Theon is very, very distant. I mean, when you've been punished as much as Theon has by Ramsay, I can understand why he's a little bit hesitant, a little bit, you know, disassociated with his former self. Like, he has this image of Theon Greyjoy before he became Reek, and then after he became Reek, which is pretty much who he is now. And I think it's going to be a struggle for him to try to get back to the man that he was. But I think at being years of captivity, and not just the captivity, it's just the mental mind games that Ramsay had on him, destroying his, you know, his manhood, pretty much destroying his sense of dignity. You know what I mean? So, but I'm rooting for Theon a lot. I am rooting for his character. Even though he betrayed Robb, he killed Sir Roderick, he did some very bad things, and I really think he made up for him. You know, being in that prison, being Ramsay's prisoner, I think he made up for his sins, and now hopefully we get more of a redemption arc for his character, like Jaime has. Like, Jaime's had a very interesting redemptive arc, but has he been redeemed? I don't know, but anyway, Jaime Lannister and the rest of the Lannister fleet went off to wherever the Blackfish's castle was at, where his home castle or whatever. So the Blackfish is taking over this castle that was once ruled by the Freys, and Walder Frey sent his 2 sons to capture Edmure and bring him to the Blackfish in order to, you know, bargaining, try to kill him. But honestly, what Jaime's doing in this situation, he's taking control of the situation. He's pretty much saying that, hey, you got all this time to get the heck out and, you know, let us take over this castle, or you can all die. The Blackfish really doesn't have to avail himself to Jaime's demands, because literally he can just sit there for 2 years. They have provisions for 2 years. So literally they could just be chilling for 2 years in the castle like nothing happened. And will Jaime and the rest of the Lannister army, you know, stay there for 2 years? I don't think they would. Like, there's going to be some kind of conflict, something that happens for the Blackfish to either come out and fight, or, you know, Jaime Lannister to, you know, blow them up or something. Like, I feel like they might use some kind of like wildfire. Like wildfire has been very underutilized in the story. Ever since the Blackwater episode, we haven't seen a lot of wildfire. And I'm wondering why they don't use it a lot more, because that is like one of the most powerful bombs, one of the most powerful, agents of the story. Like in terms of the wildfire like destroys, it's fire, but it's like enhanced magical fire. You know what I mean? So I was really wondering if they're ever going to use that again, or if they're ever going to use that again for any other purpose, because literally that fire is too powerful not to be used for something, So we got Jon Snow and Sansa and Davos actually going to all these various houses in the north, trying to get men to fight in this war. I like Lyanna Mormont's character. I mean, she's like a 10-year-old girl, and she's like a lord of a castle. And I think she's probably the cousin of Jorah, right? That would probably, yeah, because Davos said that her uncle was Jorah's father, so that would make Jorah her cousin legally. But I really liked, how Davos was really getting Jon's back, especially with Lyanna Mormont. Obviously, she was very hesitant to put her 62 men on the line to fight for House Stark, but I really think Davos might be, Jon's new right-hand man, like he was with Stannis. And maybe Davos sees something in Jon Snow that was not in Stannis, you know what I mean? Like, Stannis probably was a very good commander at the beginning of his career, but when he started meeting the Red Woman, when he started, doing all these outlandish things for power, it literally crippled him. I think after, the Battle of Blackwater Bay, literally what Stannis did crippled his character. Like, he never could come back to that person he was before, you know what I mean? Like, I always felt like Stannis was probably one of the most flawed characters probably in the story. Not that he was a bad character, but he was just really flawed, and he had a lot of mistakes. But here's the thing, like Jon Snow, he did die, but he's got a second chance at life, and he's got a second chance at trying to make things right for himself and for his family. So, I mean, I can respect that as a character and as a, as a narrative driving force of what they're doing. But, also, I really liked how, Tormund kind of stepped up for him as well. He kind of pretty much said that he died for us. If we don't fight for him, what kind of men are we? All this. Obviously, we saw, Sansa thinking about Littlefinger as well. And I think she did send a message to Littlefinger about, his offer, because Littlefinger offered, to give her all the men of the Knights of the Vale that she pleased and all that. So maybe Littlefinger could come into the clutch and actually, spare some men for Jon Snow to help in this war against Ramsay Bolton. Maybe. We'll have to see about that. Obviously, for Arya's character, she has to watch out, because literally Jack and Agar and this crazy lady are after her because she disobeyed an order, and literally they're after her, they're trying to kill her, and I think she's going to need a lot more help. I do think that the Hound is going to take his revenge on the Brotherhood Without Banners. He looks like a man on a mission. I do think Arya might meet Theon and Yara. That might be a possibility, since they are in the same, vicinity, and obviously those guys have mentioned that the Ironborn was in Braavos, and with that Arya scene. So I feel like Arya meeting Theon could be an interesting dynamic they could play at, because those characters haven't met each other in a long time. Like, they haven't seen each other in a while, like years. So I do think that Sansa's going to alert Littlefinger that she needs more men. I do think Littlefinger's going to answer the call. And I do think that, those Knights of the Vale are going to fight alongside the wildlings, alongside the Mormonts and the Night's Watch guys, with Jon Snow versus Ramsay Bolton. So I feel like that might be the biggest battle type of thing this season. Obviously, I wanted a huge battle with the Stannis versus Roose Bolton thing, but we didn't get that, because Stannis, he shot himself in the foot. I mean, dang, he half of his men just disappeared in the night because he burned his daughter alive and all that. But But yeah, I really liked, the Hound coming back. That was probably the biggest highlight of this episode, definitely. That was cool to see him back into the story, back into the fold. It really caught me off guard, too, because I didn't think they were going to bring him back like that. I really thought his story was done for me, but I'm glad they brought his character back, and I'm very interested to see where his character goes. So, yeah, I'll be back with, was it episode 8? Episode 8 soon, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe, like, you know how it goes. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.